It was last week, part 1, where people were left in awe. Wow. Well, I'm talking about the 3rd World Youth Kyokushin Championships that took place in the land of the rising sun. Talking about Japan. Now, more drama, more kicks and punches flying. Part 2.
Welcome to Tokyo, Japan, home to some 13 million people and the host city of the 3rd World Youth Kyokushinkaikan Championships. It's still day 1 where the preliminary bouts in the full contact divisions are being fought, and it's here where a group of South African boys and girls will be tested in their ability to measure up to the international standard. Marilise Franken gets ready for her 2nd fight against a Japanese opponent. Coach Deen keeps an eye from the corner as the bout gets underway. It's an intense fight as the action starts immediately, with Marilise putting pressure on her opponent from the very beginning. Known and respected as the toughest karate among all karate styles, this type of fighting places tremendous fitness and endurance requirements on the competitors. Points are awarded for well-placed full-contact kicks and punches to the body, but no punches are allowed to the face, the challenge being that kicks to the face and head are permitted. Back to the bout on the floor, and it's a fantastic start for Marilise as she relentlessly keeps her opponent at bay. A tallying of scores confirms Marilise's 2nd win in the World Championship, and she's moving on to the next round. A pleased yet concerned Franken, mother of Marilise, had come along on the trip with the South African youth team of 5 boys and 2 girls. The team is pleased about the win, but it's a long road ahead as Marilise Smith readies herself for her next bout. After defeating her first opponent just half an hour ago, she knows that this bout is crucial in determining whether she will get a place. And this time, of all the luck, it's against a tough Russian opponent.
Nakho ke kwasuka lokho ngempela ke manje impi lapha ke Marilise Smith wase South Africa simbambamba kwezibomvu lapha uphethe uGalina Kafarova wase Russia, kanti le 15 to 17 years old over kanti ke i50 kg isisindo ziyabhekana lapha intokazi sibambamba ngempela coach lapha ke uthi phakathi yazibambana ngempela akukho ukuphumula, there's no break lapha ke sekoqalile ziyashayana intokazi lapha ke esibona ukuthi izahamba kanjani na impi.
With just 5 seconds to go, as Marilise walks back to her place, the fight is suddenly stopped by the officials at the table. The judges have spotted something on the Russian competitor's hands. The right hand was strapped up, strictly against the rules, as the Russian coach attempts to explain that this is a result of an operation. The incident is discussed amongst the judges, but as more skeptical officials come to inspect, the Russians' explanations seem to make less sense. It turns out that both the left and right hands were strapped up, giving Galina Kafarova an unfair advantage in terms of punching strength. The Russians are extremely concerned. Will the officials allow this transgression? After much discussion, the decision is made. Because the bout had gone the full distance, the Russian had still scored more points than the South African. Kafarova is pronounced the winner. A most unfortunate result, but something that has to be accepted by all. But then again, no one said that this World Tournament was going to be plain sailing, as Coach Deen consoles a shattered Marilise. The end of a long first day as the team travel from the stadium back to the Ikebukuro district of Tokyo. Part of the experience of going overseas for this group of 5 boys and girls from Cape Town and 2 boys from Polokwane was to be exposed to things not seen back home, such as the technologically advanced underground rail system. It's a vast difference being in Japan, where the feeling of being safe at all times is quite different compared to South Africa. Even if one is a foreigner, the Japanese people were friendly and accommodating at all times during the team's stay in Japan. Team leader Kenny Aitenborgard keeps the group together as the last train is called back to the hotel. It's been a tiring and exciting day. The second and final day as thousands gather to come watch the finals of this World Youth Kyokushin Karate spectacle. As the competitors start warming up in the stadium, this is the last day, where some will go back to their countries as the winners in their divisions and others as losers. Marilise Franken warms up for her 3rd fight of the tournament. With 2 wins behind her, the result of her next bout will determine her getting a placing or maybe not. It's a Japanese opponent again, which means it'll be a tough fight.
A very difficult fight to face a Japanese lapanagem. Open and King Marilise Franken lapanagem pela velen. Simbamba isuka njena ke. Nako ke simbamba siyakala panagem in the red belt. He was a Japan lapanagem small usuka kanjani na.
It's Kyokushin karate at its best as both girls go full out. On the edge of the mat as the referee calls both competitors back to the middle. 5 seconds to go. At last, the end of this grueling fight. Red wins and a Japanese girl is pronounced the winner. An impressive run so far for the South African and an experience well worth it. But there's an unexpected surprise in store.
With
a 3rd place overall in her division, Marilise has made the coach and her team proud, a fantastic achievement at this international event. We spoke to the renowned head of the Kyokushinkaikan karate organization, Kansho Shokai Matsui, about the significance of this World Youth event.
As adults in today's society, we know that our youth will take over the responsibilities to continue the existence of humankind. That's why we use Kyokushin karate as a method to give our young generation opportunities and education to develop spiritually and their health, thereby contributing to human society and also world peace.
The end of the tournament as the closing ceremony gets underway, with Japan getting overall 1st place and Russia as runners-up, the directors of the IKO doing the honors of awarding the 1st places. No mean feat for Marilise Franken, final confirmation of 3rd place overall in the girls 15 to 17-year-old category. A final drum call with the Japanese national anthem marks the end of the 2007 3rd World Youth Karate Tournament. The next day, the team went to visit the old headquarters of what used to be the original training dojo of the late famous founder of Kyokushin Karate, Maso Yama. It was here where Kenny Aitenborgard himself had the privilege of spending many grueling weeks of training directly under the Grand Master. A fitting occasion and something that this lucky group will remember for many years to come. Very few Kyokushin karatekas in South Africa have had an opportunity such as this group. Although now officially closed to the public, it's a last glimpse of what used to be and still is a part of the history of Kyokushin karate in Japan. As part of the journey to Japan, the group were also treated to a visit to Hanbu, the modern IKO headquarters in the Shibuya-ku district of Tokyo. The 10-story flagship building boasts a karate shop on the ground floor, offering Kyokushin products ranging from training manuals to DVD highlights from previous world events dating back from the early 1980s. And of course, a traditional karate dojo. The group also visited the training facility of some of the world's top K1 fighters. A familiar face to some back home, and now an international K1 fighter, Jan the Giant Nokia welcomes the group.
As the big boys, if you train hard, you'll be the same as them. There's some experience to be with them.
All the top fighters in the world.
Yeah, they're all here. So, welcome, come inside and enjoy.
With the tour almost at an end, what did the team gain by coming to Japan?
Ik zal het allemaal hard oefenen voor volgende jaar. In die jaren wat er opkomt, want het is een baie grote ervaring hier. En dus moet het baie hard oefenen, want dit is een baie rechte goede plek om hier te wees.
It doesn't about only the tournament, it's like enjoying yourself. This tournament is like you gain something, it's like a training. So I hope to come back later, next year.
We as karate students can train harder to come back next year and maybe get first, second, third. I'm going to try my best next year.
I never saw a country like that in my life. And I wish that I could come back. And then I trained so hard so that I could come back.
Ik heb geleerd dat Kyokushin is een baie groot iets. Daar's baie mense wat Kyokushin doen. Het was my asemrowend om te zien hoeveel mense regtig deelgeneem het in die toernooi. Ik heb geleerd dat daar baie mense is wat beter as ek is. Hulle het my geleer om terug te gaan huis toe en beter te wil wees, om harder te wil oefen, yeah.
It's because of our organization, Kyokushinkaikan, hosting events like this, that we could bring kids from where we got them, disadvantaged communities, which is where we teach, which is where we work. It's because of the organization that we could bring them and get them to meet new people, participate in the events. I mean, really, without the invitation from our organization, this event would never have happened. They never would have traveled the world. They have nothing. There's nothing for them at home. There is karate, but you don't want to just leave it at the karate we do at home. You want to go places. Organization has invited us. We've accepted. It's been a battle trying to get them here, but we have, and that to me is what it's all about. That has been the success. Having these kids that's got nothing to walk around amongst the Japanese and participate in the event, that was fantastic.
I think what the kids are going to take home with them is that they've made new friends. It was the purpose of the tournament is a friendship tournament. They've also got a lot of hope. They've got an ambition now. They've had something to measure and to aspire to. And I really think that for them, when they leave here, they have all expressed, every single one of them have expressed that they want to go home and train harder because they want to come again.
Warriors wishes the team good luck for the next time in Japan. Watch this space for more international specials.